know that in order to stay on top of our game, we have to be able to provide the best customer service. Well, let's dive in and talk about a few tips to help you up your game a little bit. The first thing is a first impression. We know how long those things can last, right? So when you're meeting your client for the first time, dress up, you will be confident, you will feel confident, and don't forget to do your research. Do a little Google snooping and find out about what they like and what their families like in advance. The second thing is to keep things positive. When you're talking to your client or you're meeting your client, you don't want them to know the chaos that's going on behind the scenes. You want them to know that you are upbeat and you are focused on them and they think them only, right? The next thing is to be responsive. And I know that sometimes responsive means getting back to them all the time whenever they, send you a message, but make sure you have your boundaries in place, like you don't get back to them on weekends or whatever, but make sure you have boundaries, right? Okay, so one thing that is very important is to follow through. So follow up on things and follow through. And when they ask you something about a paint color, don't just say, got it, got the message. Make sure you get the message and respond with something that's thoughtful. Another way to really up your game is to surprise and delight your clients. And that can come at any time. Just because a project is over don't mean doesn't mean that you will never talk to them again. Make sure you're doing things like, hey, it's summertime. Why don't you get them some beach towels? And they will, of course, be thinking about you and thinking that is such a nice thing. So when someone does ask them for a referral, you'll be the one that they refer to. And the last thing is to really make event-based connections. Okay, once I gave a client a bottle of wine, and this was for an anniversary, and it was a little random, and they called and were so surprised. They said, how in the world did you even know it was my anniversary? And I had to tell them that it was because in the very beginning of our process of working together, we went through a bunch of questionnaires. And in that questionnaire, I asked the details, the juicy details like their dogs' names or if they have dogs or what are their kids like, things like that, that will put some ideas in the bank, right? Those are the bank that you refer to later on and you say, oh, I knew they have a beach house, so I'm going to go get them some towels. So those are the kinds of things that just show, you know what? We're surprising them, we're delighting them, and we're showing that we have a process in place to remember and to make sure that you are showing your best self. Okay? Hope you like the tips. Bye.